We living in lot land. We living in lot land. We living in.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So excuse the realness right now, guys. I'm looking rough. It's been a rough couple of days, but I'm going to show you guys the hair. This is going to be a two-part video. If my voice sounds a little weird, it's because I was really sick for about 2 to 3 days. So I'm really excited to show you guys this hair. I'm so excited to show you guys the hair. So it's going to be a two-part video. This is the first part where I'm just going to show you guys the hair as I open it, and just talk to you about the company a little bit. And I'm also going to show you guys some things I'm going to use throughout the rest of the video. And then the second part will be me like co-washing the hair, bleaching the knots, and dyeing the lace, and making the wig. I'm not going to show you like every single step as far as like making the wig. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys know how to sew the wig or the hair onto the cap, but I'm just going to show you like really quickly what I do. That way you can kind of get a gist of how I do it. And yeah, and then you'll see me put it on and look all cute and shit like that. But we're just gonna go and look at the hair. So the company that I got the hair from is called Kirei. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I will put the name down below for you guys. But oh my gosh, I'm really excited because I already got to touch the hair. So I'm just gonna let you guys know I already touched the hair. I already know what it feels like. But I found this company through Instagram, so I'm partnering with them to bring you guys this video, and I'm going to do a 2-month review also on the hair later, so you guys will get my 100% authentic opinion about the hair like I did on my previous hair videos. I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion about everything, especially once I install it and I wear it for 2 months. Let me just show y'all the hair. So the hair just came in, you know, the USPS mail, which by the way was really fast. I was supposed to get the hair I think on Tuesday, but it came I think on Saturday, and I was out of town, so I was really sad because I was like, no, I'm leaving. I think it came Friday or Saturday, but I was already gone, so I was kind of sad that I couldn't get the hair when I was here, but it was waiting for me when I got home in my mailbox. So I got a frontal and 3 bundles. Usually your girl likes full hair, so I usually go for 4 bundles, but since I've been wearing frontals, I've noticed maybe I should just kind of tame that down a little bit. Like, this is probably like 2.5, maybe 3 bundles of hair, and then it has a closure. So this is totally different hair. I don't even know what hair this is. It's some old hair. But here is, I got a 14-inch frontal, and I got a 16, 18, and 20-inch hair, and the hair texture is a loose wave. Usually I get a body wave in Brazilian, but I got a loose wave in Brazilian because I don't really understand the difference in the Peruvian and all that other stuff. I just stick to Brazilian because that's what I know. That's what I get. You can choose whatever you want. The hair is just in a natural state, in a natural color, so it's not dyed or anything. Here is the frontal, and I'm going to show you guys the hair. For the packaging, I really don't mind it. I actually really like the packaging because I've gotten hair in worse conditions than this. Honestly, I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I've gotten hair that was literally rolled in some paper and it was nothing. I gotten hair that was just like, it didn't even let me know what length was what. It didn't even tell me what length was what, so I had to basically guess. So the fact that like they come in this plastic bag which protects the hair has a hair net on it, and their cute little label, you'll see that, and then it has like what texture or style of hair I have in the length of the hair. And then it has a rubber band to hold it up in place so that it doesn't just like be all crazy in a bag like some hair companies. And then the frontal, it's just like the frontal in this really cool bag, which the same like style of hair and the same length of the frontal and their logo. So I mean, which is really good because a lot of places don't even think about some of this stuff when you get hair, especially off of AliExpress. So I'm just gonna open, this is the 20-inch. And it's so cute. Look at that curl. Oh my god. Let me take the cap off, the hairnet. Look at this hair. This is the 20-inch. And this is the loose wave. I've never had the loose wave before, and I'm really loving how this looks. So right now, I'm just kind of putting my fingers through it. And that was literally one string, but there's no like fallout. But the hair is like tied up, so I'm going to take it out the hair tie. Oh, wow. So I love this. The hair, I just took the label off, and it comes with this tie on it. This is so professional. This is really, really nice. Like, most hair just either come with like a rubber band or, I mean, I don't know, or some kind of sandwich bag tie or some shit. This is really, really nice. This makes me feel like the person that, like, the owner just really cares about the type of hair that they're putting out in the packaging. Just like, honestly, no, like, seriously, that's really, really nice. The fact that, like, it's rolled up in that, like, you know, like, that's really nice. So the hair just smells kind of like that new factory-like hair smell. Nothing too, like, bad. I've gotten some hair that smells, like, really bad. It doesn't smell harsh or anything. I am going to co-wash the hair with some conditioner, just so I always co-wash the hair before I install it. So I'm just going to unravel a little bit. Hold on. Detangle. Let's see how it detangles. Oh, it detangles pretty nicely, and it's so soft. Oh my god. I tangled up the hair. I don't want to make it frizzy, but it detangles really nice, and like there's no shedding. No shedding. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Sorry guys, I'm a bit extra. I love hair. It's really pretty. Oh my god, this is gonna be so pretty. And it's gonna match my hair color perfectly, even though my hair is not gonna be out. So this is the 20-inch. They're all gonna be the same, but I'm still gonna just show you, but I'm not gonna unravel it. And once again, it has a tighter, and the reason why this one's a little bit tighter than the 20 is because I was already playing with the 20-inch for like 2 days. So it's kind of loosened up a little bit, but the curl on this is really, really pretty, and it's so bouncy and shiny. It's really pretty. So I'm going to wash all of them. And then here is the 16-inch, which is so cute because it's so short and little. So here's the 16-inch. It's so cute. Same texture. So soft. Guys, you won't believe. This hair is so, like, baby soft. It's so soft. I'm going to check. I like to check the ends of my hair because sometimes companies will give you that jacked up stuff where the ends are like already splitting. So the ends on here are really nice. There's no split ends. Yes, your weave can have split ends. One of my old wigs had split ends after a while. There's none. The hair is really soft. The ends are really nice. Let me show. The ends are really, really nice. It's so soft. So... alright, let me show you guys the front. So I know you guys want to see. So I'm gonna open that. Come here. I'm not sure if the frontal came with the hairnet or not because I was messing with it. It probably did, and I took it off. This is the frontal. I'm going to dye the lace before I cut it, and I also need to bleach the knots. But this is how it looks. It's also in the loose wave pattern. This one just seems to be a little bit wavier than the other one, seemed like more curlier, but I guess once they all kind of mix together, they kind of blend. I don't care because most of the time I straighten it anyway, so I don't care. The ends on this one is perfect, fine. The hair is really soft. The hair is so, I think this hair is softer than my last frontal. It doesn't come with any baby hairs, I don't know, but the hairs on the front is a bit shorter than the rest of the hair. But I'm going to have to cut it. So there is a little bit of shedding. Just a little. Just a little, like a few strings. So it could be because it needs to be co-washed. And also maybe if they did trim some of the hairs in the front, that could be a reason why also. Because the hairs in the front seem a little bit shorter. So as you can see, they do seem a little bit shorter in the front. So that could be a reason why there could be a little bit of shedding, but it's just like a few little strings of hair, nothing too crazy. And the lace is soft, nothing wrong with that. It has obviously the regular lace. So when I bleached my knots last time on my last frontal, I did come back and tell you guys I over bleached the knots and it started causing it to shed. So my longer wig that you guys always see me wear, the frontal on there is okay. It blends really nicely in the front, but I can't really put my hair up because it fell out so much. I had to keep cutting the lace back and back. So, and that's because I over bleached it. So this time I'm going to make sure I stand literally in the kitchen as they bleach so I can watch over it. And I'm still going to use my same Prisma Lights blue, and this is the bleaching powder that I've always used to do everything because I have a huge container. I'm not going to buy anymore if you feel like it's wrong. I have my 20 volume cream developer. I have a little bit of that left, so it should be enough to bleach the knots. To color the lace to match my skin tone, I am using the Carl's Professional Beautiful Collection. This is in the color Honey Brown. This is a rinse. It's not an actual dye. It's semi-permanent. And the reason why I chose this, because they do have, a lot of people use that fabric dye. I didn't really want to use that. I don't know why. I was so lazy, and I was already at Sally's when I had to go get something else last time. I colored my closure, my lace, so it worked then. So I want to see if it's going to work again. If not, I'm gonna just go and get the freaking dye and do it. But I'm literally just going to do it all in the front here and let that sit, and then I'm going to go after that and do the knots. So I'm thinking, should I do this first or should I do the bleach first? I'm not quite sure how I'm going to go about doing it. Also, for my cap, because I'm not going to really go into detail about these products when I'm doing it because I want to hurry up and get through it. So I'm trying to hurry up and talk. I'm going to use this, it's a mesh dome style wig cap. It's similar to the one I use for all my wigs, except this was a mesh one. Usually it's just regular, like a regular satin fabric, but they always have this elastic band on the cap. This one's just mesh. For some reason, I love this elastic band. It just holds really nicely. I just love how it feels, and it's really soft, so it doesn't hurt my edges. So this is the cap. It only comes with one, so in case you guys want to get this one. I do not like to use the ones that have the little ear tabs. Even if I wasn't using a frontal, I just don't like them. I also bought some nude wig caps. For some reason, I just haven't been using the nude wig caps. I'll usually just use a black one. But I want to see if there's going to be a huge difference when I apply my wig on tomorrow with this new wig cap. So that's it. That is all the stuff. I'm going to go ahead and get into showing you guys bleaching the knots and dyeing it and all that good stuff. And then, yeah, so let's go ahead and get into that part. Today, I am so excited. Can't you tell about this video? If you already read the title, hopefully you read the title, that's why you clicked on this video, is my review on the Kirei, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, hair company. Oh my gosh, first off, look at all this hair. Look at all of this hair. It's so gorgeous. And if you guys want to save some coins, you can save 15% and use my code Jackie to get you some hair. So as you guys already seen the beginning of the video, when I looked a hot mess, I showed you guys the hair. So you guys already know what the hair looks like before I installed it. I showed you guys the cap that I used. I showed you guys all the products I was going to use. So you guys got to know, you already know all that information. And I also showed you how I co-washed the hair. I did co-wash the hair before I installed it. But I changed something up a little bit. I did not bleach the knots. So yes, these knots are not bleached. I decided because from my last experience with my frontal, I terribly ruined that frontal. I over bleached it, and I was really upset that I did that. But the frontal was usable for a couple of months, but it shedded so bad. So after I filmed that first part, I researched on bleaching the frontal to try to get a more effortless like bleaching process, just so I wouldn't fuck it up basically. So I started researching, and then I started seeing like alternative ways to coloring the knots other than bleaching, and I was like, okay, this sounds promising. So I found a different way. Instead of bleaching the knots, just coloring the knots with foundation. So I've done this plenty of times before. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. With my other closures, my last two closures, I didn't even bleach the knots. I just colored them. With those two, I used the Airbrush Leg medium glow leg makeup, and it's like a spray tan. The only reason why I didn't use this time is because it has like this like sparkly stuff in there that I really don't like. It goes away over time, but I just didn't want that this time, especially when I want to have a frontal that I want to use to pull my hair up because it's really warm. I don't have time to wait for the glitter. I don't know, I just didn't have a problem with the glitter when I first used it the first like 2 times, so I don't know why it's so glittery to me now. I'm not sure if this is the darkest color or if they have darker shades. You may can find that on like Amazon, but this is the darkest one I found at my local Target. And it's water resistant, so it doesn't wash off. So when you're washing your closure or your frontal, this stays on, like it does not wash off. Like on my old like closures, that's what I basically used. I made a video about this on my old closures. I will link that for you guys down below. So this time I didn't want to use the spray, and I'm so lazy, I didn't want to go to Target to find a different one, so I decided to use foundation. The foundation I decided to use was the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth. You guys will see my whole process of how I applied this on, and the reason why I chose this one is number one, because it's a dewy and smooth and I have oily skin and it's not really perfect for oily skin, and I had it and I didn't want to use a different foundation. Number two, because it doesn't say oil free. So if it says oil free, don't use that foundation, because it's not going to like last on the frontal or the closure long, because if it has oils in there, oils tend to not wash out. So if you ever had a shirt and you waste foundation on it and you couldn't get the foundation out, that means it's probably an oil-based foundation or it has oils in it. So that's why I chose this one. It didn't say oil free, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this one. And I basically took a makeup brush and I just dabbed it in there, and at first the process was like, okay, it's not really working, what am I going to do? But you really have to get it in there. Unlike the bleach, you don't want to really get the bleach stuff into the knots, like going through the lace, because you don't want to get the hair. But with this one, you kind of want to really get into the lace because you're just coloring the knots. So it took me 3 whole rounds. I guess I did it the first time. I looked in the light. I went to the window and I saw that the lace was tinted, but the knots were still black. So I did it again, and I did it a 3rd time. So each layer I kind of let it dry for about 10-15 minutes. You can use a blow dryer to blow it, to dry it, and then go back again, but I was being lazy, so I did it the hard way and just let it air dry for about 10-15 minutes, and then I went back in with another layer until I was happy with the color. So the knots are pretty much colored. You guys will get to see some pictures I'm going to insert into the video as I ramble on, but I was really happy that I was able to tint the lace the same color as my skin tone, because this color matches my skin tone fairly well. I would just go to the drugstore and find a cheap foundation that is in your skin color or that matches your skin color pretty well, and just use that. I wouldn't use like a fancy foundation that you have. I wouldn't use like my Becca for this, because you're going to use a lot of foundation depending on how thick or thin the foundation is. If it's really thick, it's going to be a little bit harder to kind of reach down into the knots. If it's too liquidy, then you're going to probably get on the hair and it's going to be harder to wash it out of the hair. So you want it to have it just right. So I recommend the Maybelline Fit Me. I use a Dewy and Smooth. You can use the matte, you can use whichever one, but this is the one I would recommend because the consistency was pretty good. I'm used to having the body weight to where it's just like, you know, it lays down because it's a body weight. With this one, like, it literally has so much volume. From it, there's so much curl and there's so much hair. When I first made the wig, I actually made my cap too small, so I placed the frontal I I placed the cap, I didn't place the frontal on the cap correctly, so I'm gonna try to explain this the best way I can. I suggest you place the cap on and place the frontal about an inch in front of the cap. So that means when you place the cap on, place the frontal an inch in front of it so that you don't see the cap. So when you sew it, you have enough space for all your tracks, and that if the cap fits. I placed mine right onto the cap, which I knew was wrong because I knew it was going to be too small. So when I had to cut the cap away, it just wasn't fitting right. Like it kept sliding off because the cap was too small. So I wound up having to add another piece from another cap, and I'm going to take this off so you guys can see how it looks in the inside and understand what I'm talking about. But I didn't get to film my sewing process. I had it all planned to film, but Zoe was home that day because she was sick and I had to take care of her, so it was kind of hard. It took me all day to sew one wig because I had to deal with Zoe and she was really sick that day. So I wanted to make sure that she was okay, and I was still trying to do the wig. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys what I did. But you're going to see the inside of the wig, which it looks okay because it's my wig, but normally if it was for someone else, I would take it all down and get another cap and redo it the proper way. But because it was for me, I don't care, but it fits. The good thing is this wig fits 10 times better than my old wig. It's nice and snug. I wore it to SeaWorld, so there was nothing crazy happening. The wind was blowing like crazy and my wig didn't fly off or anything, so I was really happy. I basically used all the hair. This is what is left, and this is the, I want to say the 14-inch or the 16-inch. One of those. It's one of those that is left over. I did add a weft underneath the cap, so if I want to put my hair into a ponytail, you won't be able to see my tracks, but you guys will get to see. You'll get to see that when I take it off. I'm just going to tell you guys about my process, my experience so far with the hair. So I did co-wash the hair, and immediately I noticed that the curls did get looser from how it was when I showed you guys in the beginning. So I'm not for sure if that's how it's supposed to be with the loose wave. I've never had it before, but I am happy with the outcome of the curl. I haven't heated anything up. I did touch up the frontal a little bit with my curling wand, and you can't even tell this is the part I did curl because it was really straight for some reason, but it blends really nicely with the rest of the curls. But I haven't straightened it or anything yet. I just want to wear it in its natural state for a while, and then I'll straighten it later. I did have to cut a few wefts, so any shedding that I have is from that, but I still haven't experienced any shedding. I did get a little bit tangling like in the back, and that's typical for big curly hair. Around the neck area, it gets kind of tangled a little bit, but I usually can just do this and the tangles come out, so I haven't had a problem with that. And the only other thing is that the waves seem to have loosened more than the bundles, which I was a little bit disappointed with, but it still doesn't like look bad. Like, you know, it's not as tight as maybe like the 14-inch. So the 14-inch is somewhere in here versus the closure, but it's still really nice. It's just a little bit different than the rest of the hair. The 20-inch also, the curls got a little bit looser than the 18 and the 16-inch. So not 14. Why did I say 14? 16 is the shortest that I have. So this is the leftover, which is the 16-inch. The frontal is 14-inch. So the 20-inch did get a little bit looser than the rest of the hair, which was a little weird, but I don't know, it seems okay to me. I don't really care because I can just go back to my curling wand and it's all blended well, so you can't really tell, but I'm just giving you guys my full feedback. The frontal itself is really nice. I did add some baby hairs to the frontal. I'm not a professional. It took so long for me to actually figure out how to do the baby hairs because on my last frontal I kind of messed it up, so I didn't really need baby hairs because they were falling out anyways. So I did add some baby hairs. I did pluck it a little bit, but like I said, I'm not a professional, so I didn't want to over pluck it. So I just did a little bit. You guys can see where I kind of plucked it, where it's a little bit thinner. But all in all, it does blend really well. I did have it up just the front part into a bun the other day when I was in San Antonio, and it looked really, really nice. Hair is so soft. It maintained the same softness from when I initially opened the package and I co-washed it. Nothing has changed. It didn't get tangled, it didn't get matted, it didn't lose its shine. The only thing I did add into it was my Chi Silk Infusion hair oil, but I think that was it. That's all I added to the hair besides co-washing the hair. I haven't changed anything else. But let me go ahead and take it off so you guys can see what it looks like. Underneath the wig is a wig cap, kind of, so it's like a dome cap that the guys use for like their waves or whatever. It's the same type of it's the same type of cap that I would typically use to sew the wig on, but this is a blue one. I love this cap because it has an elastic band and it holds my hair. My hair is in like plaits right now, and it doesn't really break out my edges. So here is the wig. Here's the inside. So all of that is foundation, and it doesn't come off. So if you let it dry properly, it doesn't rub off. So that's one thing I love. So here's the inside. Here's that sheer cap. And as you guys can see, here's the addition piece that I added from another cap, and I just sewn it on each side onto the frontal to hold on to make it fit snug. And here's that extra track that I put underneath, so when I lift my hair up in the back, you can't see my tracks. But here's that extra piece. So this is the elastic band from the sheer cap and the elastic band from the extra piece. So I just took another dome cap like this, and I literally just cut it here, sewn that chunk to this cap, and then just added more tracks, and then just sewn the sides of it right here to the sides of my frontal. That's it. It's really, really simple. That's only because I made it small, but normally you wouldn't make it that small. And I would like try to find, I know Ivy, she does really good sew-ins and like wig videos. I would really just go to her channel and look for those, because I am not an expert. I just do whatever works for me. And people ask me all the time, oh, do you make wigs? No, but if you want me to, I would do it professionally for you. But for me, I don't really care how it looks in the inside. As long as on the outside it performs really well. And so once she's on, I really don't do anything. I may take my little toothbrush, you know, the toothbrush that everybody has, and I'll just brush out the little baby hairs. For the baby hairs, I just use like some scissors. You can use a razor to kind of make them really nice. And I did go back into the hairline and pluck them a little bit to make them a little thinner, because I had cut a little bit too much baby hair. So this is my first like impressions of this hair. I will be doing a 2-month review video for you guys to tell you my full experience, because I'm going to wear it like every day, and I'm going to hopefully one day straighten it. It's just a lot of hair to straighten or curl it or something, but I am going to do a 2-month review and give you guys my honest opinion. So far I really love the hair because, you know, it's really nice, it's comfortable, it's soft, it's not heavy, and yeah, I'm happy with the hair so far. So I will give you guys a 2-month review like I did on all my other hair videos. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, and I will leave all the links and everything you need down below. So if you want to shop and save on some hair from Kirei Hair Company, I will leave all of that down below. And I hope you guys love this video, and I can't wait to share with you guys my next video. Bye guys.